Alright, so let's talk about XRP. It's a digital coin that gets a lot of attention, both positive and negative, and for good reason. To really get what XRP is all about, we have to go back to the beginning, even before it was called XRP. Think way back to 2011. The world was just getting to know Bitcoin, the original cryptocurrency that started it all. A few very smart developers, Jed McCaleb, Arthur Brito, and David Schwartz, looked at Bitcoin and thought, we can do this but better, and faster, and cheaper. They saw that Bitcoin's system for confirming transactions, while brilliant, was slow and used a ton of energy. They saw a different path forward. While many early crypto projects were born from an anti-establishment philosophy, these developers had a different idea. Instead of trying to tear down the existing financial world, they wanted to build something that could work the big banks, not against them. A bridge, not a battering ram. So, they started building. Their vision was a digital asset designed specifically for payments. It needed to be incredibly fast, scalable, and ridiculously cheap to use. It wasn't a digital store of value, but a digital vehicle for value transfer, built for enterprise scale. Let's break it down. Imagine sending money across the world. Right now, that process is a tangled mess of correspondent banks and outdated systems. It's a financial relay race where each handoff adds significant time and cost. It's incredibly slow, often taking days to clear, and the fees are just ridiculous. You send $100, and by the time it gets there, after multiple banks take their cut, a significant chunk is gone. These developers envisioned a system that could move value instantly, for a fraction of a penny. The key was a neutral digital bridge asset to settle transactions in seconds, acting as a universal translator for money and eliminating the slow, expensive chain of intermediaries. This wasn't about creating new internet money for niche communities. It was about fundamentally upgrading the plumbing of the global financial system, making it faster, cheaper, and more reliable. Their target customers were the very institutions that controlled global finance. A massive, audacious goal, to say the least. To turn this powerful code into a viable business, the trio brought in a seasoned fintech entrepreneur in 2012, Chris Larsen. Having previously co-founded the online mortgage lender eLoan, Larsen understood both the inner workings of the financial world and the power of technology to improve it. He was the perfect business mind to complement their technical genius. Together, they launched a new company. At first, it was called OpenCoin, a name that reflected its open-source roots and commitment to transparency. But as their vision sharpened, they rebranded to something more evocative of the technology's effect, Ripple. The name was meant to signify a single small action, creating a large spreading impact across the entire financial world. The core technology they created was the XRP ledger, a decentralized public blockchain built from the ground up for enterprise-grade speed and reliability. Unlike other blockchains that relied on energy-intensive mining, the XRP ledger used a unique federated consensus protocol. This allowed it to validate transactions through a democratic process among trusted validators, making it incredibly efficient, green, and consistently fast, confirming transactions in just 5 seconds. All 100 billion XRP tokens were also created at the ledger's inception, a deliberate choice to ensure a predictable supply and avoid the inflation common in other cryptocurrencies. And the native digital asset of that ledger? That's XRP. The company, Ripple, was established as a separate entity, a steward to help promote and develop real-world uses for the XRP ledger. From the very start, the goal was clear and, in the cypherpunk-heavy world of early crypto, quite radical. While many projects aimed to burn down and replace the existing financial system, Ripple wanted to improve it from within. Their mission, work financial institutions to make cross-border payments as easy as sending an email. This was a completely different and for some controversial approach that set them apart from day one. The key idea was to use XRP as a neutral bridge currency, solving a decades-old problem in international finance. Traditionally, sending money across borders requires banks to hold pre-funded accounts in foreign currencies, a slow and capital-intensive process known as the nostro-vostro system. This archaic plumbing ties up trillions of dollars in dormant capital around the globe, adding friction and cost to every transaction. Ripple's solution was elegant. Let's say you want to send US dollars and have them arrive as Japanese yen. Instead of going through multiple banks and complex conversion steps, which takes days and costs a fortune, you could do it in one swift move on the XRP ledger. Convert dollars to XRP, send the XRP across the world in about 3 seconds, faster than a bank wire could even be initiated, and then instantly convert it to yen. The settlement is final and irreversible, a critical feature for financial institutions. The total cost would be a fraction of a penny, and the speed would be nearly instant. It was a revolutionary concept designed to unlock trillions of dollars trapped in the global financial system, creating what they called an Internet of Value, and setting the stage for a new era of finance.